How's everyone doing this fine morning? Coffee. I've been wanting coffee all morning. Which most of you start with coffee in the morning. Me, coffee's more of a mid-morning thing. Late morning, whatever it is. I didn't even totally finish what was in my mug from yesterday. That's not cool. That's not how I should do that. Go grab a clean mug. First, good evening from India. What's up, India? Favorite fast food chain? Probably Culver's. I hadn't been to one until within the last year, but it's really good. They have deep fried cheese curds. I love cheese. Cheese is good. Cheese is really good. Deep fried cheese, even better. It's probably a good thing there's not one of them anywhere near me. India, damn, just chilling in South Carolina. Good morning. It's Memorial Day. I believe it is. I believe it is. My days all tend to run together, but my neighbor has off. He says it's Memorial Day. Which is super cool. Hello from Buffalo, New York. Hello's from Minnesota. What's up, Casey? Good morning. Gotta say, I love the content. Such a peaceful dude. Awesome. I appreciate you watching my content. What's up, Mins? How we doing, Minion? Morning from Milwaukee. What state am I in? I'm in West Virginia. Good morning from Germany. Wow, we've got Germany and India. Folks from all over in here this morning. Go learn how to drive a boat. Have a great stream. Awesome. We'll have fun driving the boat. Use a coffee myself. Pennsylvania here. Yes, coffee. Coffee is important. Very much so. I'm going to use my coffee scented beard oil this morning. I'm doing the coffee scented stuff. All about the coffee this morning. Gonna gift Minions seat cushion. Narrowway Homestead at gmail.com. You can also find the text for that email on my main YouTube page. From Louisiana. Where's Lord Minion? He's over here sitting on a chair, licking his leg. Hey! Alright. Why are we licking our leg? I don't even have your food bowl out. No, I do have your food bowl out here. I was gonna say, what'd I do with that? Yesterday was all out of sorts. What's your beard oil company? Narrowway Homestead Beard Oil Company. It's just called Narrowway Homestead. Got this cool logo and everything, which is totally backwards to you guys, but this says fresh roasted coffee. All the ingredients are listed on the back and on the website, so you guys can get an idea what the scent will be like. Traveling to USA next month. That's cool. Did you originally get interested in homesteading? I grew up in the suburbs, and I just liked the idea of living in the woods, living in the middle of nowhere. I thought it'd be so cool. And then I also liked my technology and stuff, and so like this is just kind of the culmination of all my interests coming together. I wanted the best of both worlds, the best of the city life and the best of the country life. But of course, what's the best part of city life to some people is different than others. For me, I just like certain conveniences. You know, fancy espresso machine, fancy coffee, all that good stuff. I feel like I can have my cake and eat it too. I bought a beard butter and a beard oil. That is awesome. Appreciate the support. I think you're gonna like it. Many other people do too. beard butter, but I'm not gonna put the beard butter on yet because I want to start steaming the milk first. It's all about timing. Theoretically, in the time it takes to steam that milk, I can make both of my hands covered in beard butter, melt it between the palm of my hands, put it on the beard before the milk's too hot and I scorch it. That's the theory. Beard butter. Palm of the hands. Help keep the beard in place. Hydrate the hair on the beard. Condition the hair might be a more appropriate term. Blend are we drinking this morning? This is actually a custom blend of Brazilian and Mexican coffee beans. This particular one isn't available, but I'm constantly mixing different coffees together, roasting different beans. I think the Mexican I've taken to a dark, and the Brazilian is at a medium roast. Where'd I get my hat? Short answer, narrowwayhomestead.com. I mean, that's where you can get one. I actually got this hat like 8 years ago. It's the same hat, same company. I added shiny stuff to it. All right. Got it melted. Put it in the beard. Wipe the excess off on my hair because, you know, conditioner in the hair is not a bad thing. And the milk is done. Perfect timing. It's amazing how often I time stuff like that. But I know I can typically get the beard butter in the time that the milk foams. Now hopefully my beard will be held in place all day and still look and feel natural and not be like all greasy and sticky or something. There's nothing I hate worse than a greasy, sticky beard oil thing that captures like dirt all day. Because I get dusty and dirty, around sawdust all the time, and I just can't have that. How often do you wash your hair using that oil? I wash my hair maybe 2 times a week, something like that. Beard as well. Yes, it is a custom blend, but there are 2 new blends released on the website that I'm super excited about. There's a Minion Bad to the Bone blend, and there is a Cougar blend, which is themed after Jen. Jen has been loving my coffee for quite some time. I think she was my #1 customer, at least at one point. I don't know if she still is or not, because see now one of the perks of working for me and my company is free coffee. So she gets free coffee. Does it straighten your hair? I don't really think it does. No. If you are going to straighten your hair, totally, even if you're going to straighten your beard, which I've done a couple times, totally put the beard oil in first. Even in the hair, just put a light coating on your hair. It's like a heat protectant. It works really well. Jen straightens her hair sometimes, and she has a heat protectant, then she used the beard oil as a heat protectant. She was like, that actually works better. And I'm like, cool, it should, knowing the base ingredients in it. Good morning. When you're locking down, Jen. She's planning to move here at the end of the year. That is the plan. Strengthen your hair. It should strengthen your hair. Yeah. I mean, hydrating it, keeping split ends from forming, all that stuff. Take a bullet for Minion. I gotta say Minion. When we pop in the question to Jen, neither of us are really into the whole formalities thing, like engagements, marriage. Like, it's more just like, do you love the other person and are you committed to them or not? Like, and so I don't think either of us could achieve a higher level of commitment to each other, no matter what paperwork we filled out or what jewelry was exchanged. And it's kind of cool because it's not like one of us had one idea and the other one had another idea. We're both like, yeah, really not, engagements, marriages. Neither of us are, that excited about it. If the opposite one of us kind of had a different idea, we would definitely talk about it. But where's my flip the screen thing? Where is it? I'm trying to show Minion. There's Minion. The dog, the myth, the legend. Same thing his t-shirts say, which, by the way, his t-shirts do have a limited time before do other t-shirts. He totally just caught a bug out of the air. But the dog, the myth, the legend t-shirts are not going to be available for a whole lot longer. If you want one of the original Minion merches, I'm pretty sure that is the very first, actually I'm confident, that is the very first Minion shirt to ever be made. And I am going to discontinue it just for the sake of the people that bought it early and they get what's going to have been a limited shirt. Sit. Good boy. Did you take out the bug? Was it going to bite me later and you took it out? I appreciate that. You defended me. You protected me. You good at that? Are you good at that? Bucket hat, Minion bucket hat, bucket hat. I'll put a bucket on Minion's head. Sit. You're so wiggly, but the people want to see the Minion. How do I get merch? You can get it at narrowwayhomestead.com. There's cups. This is one that has been discontinued. It's hard for you guys to see because it's focusing on Minion, which is what it should do. It says that's good. There is a newer mug that has been released. Let me see if I can find it. I'm not very good. There's actually been several mugs that have been in existence. This is the latest one. Still says that's good, but Minion has been added. And then the other side's the Narrowway Homestead logo. I'll put this back in the sink because it's dirty. And now you guys are just staring at the dirt. Because Minion has moved to a softer spot. Need a video on how you train Minion because he's the best dog. Oh man. I struggle to do videos where I can't demonstrate what I'm doing. Like I can't demonstrate starting to teach Minion anything because he already knows it. So like he just like it's not a good demonstration for a dog that has no idea what I want him to do. It's nice merch, man. Well, thank you. Got married for a better tax rate. We've been living together, had joint accounts for years, and we started making enough it made more sense to get married. And I get that. Yep, makes sense. Memorial Day. Thinking about leaving the Discord, it just became annoying. Okay, whatever you got to do. Certainly am not about to tell anybody they have to be somewhere that they find annoying. Some dogs are notoriously hard to train. You must have the patience of a saint. I tell you what, it has caused me great frustration sometimes. Man, sit. But the result in the end is well worth it. 9 years of training I've been putting into this boy. Sit. Good boy. Oh, he's so good. He's so good. Now just like he wants to do what I want him to do. Sit. But he is very, very stubborn too. So if he really doesn't want to do something, like he's only just going to be sitting for a couple seconds at a time now. He doesn't want to. He does not want to. Not at all. Released. You're released. Yeah, you're released. No more commands. You're free. And he leaves the kitchen. Oh, and he comes back. I was just about to switch the camera around. Minion's back. No, you leave that. Sit. You may not wander around and smell ucky things on the ground. Smelling leads to eating, at least with a dog. That's not necessary. Mm-mm. Nope. Not necessary in the least. Minion, Minion. Love watching him get eggs. Yeah, it's super fun. Sit! How did you move? Now I have to move. Nice yawning. Saying no. I'm stressed and I want to sit. You want me to sit. And they keep saying sit for no reason, and I don't know why, because I'm already sitting. He's being good. Yes, good. He's being good. He's being so good. I'm very pleased with Minion. I'm very pleased with Minion. Who's that? Who's here? Who's here? Who is it? Is there somebody here? Is there someone here? Who's here? There's nobody here. I'm just talking about it. Like there might be someone here. Who's here? Who is it? Who is it? I was gonna go see if anyone's here. If anyone's here, he's gonna go say hi, bark excitedly, be crazy. Did I fake you out? I faked you out. There will be a neighbor coming over later, I think, though. Yeah, later. Go to your area. That's not the area I want you to go. Go to your other area. Hey, man. Area. Area. Atta boy. There you go. Chill out there for a minute. Jen will be there soon, Minion. That's right. Jen's gonna come. Yeah, Jen's gonna come. It's gonna say hi to Minion. Feed him things. A little tail wag of excitement. It's the little subtle tail wag that's just like, he's just like, hey, quit it. You're on camera. Lay down. Be down. Good boy. So good. So good. Minion be like right now, oh, definitely. Definitely. You make a riding video. I have a couple of videos filmed of riding the ATV that Minion and I will be posting eventually. Not sure when, maybe next weekend. I don't know. I'm so behind on editing. So behind. Oh, Nate, that was a new sub a month ago. You had 150K, now over 400K. Great job. Love your content. Thank you. Yeah, no, the channel has absolutely taken off. Reminds me of the early days when I was on TikTok and my TikTok account was taken off in about the same way. Pretty cool. Get a new robot mower. Its name will be Bill. Morning, bro. Made you want a homestead. Well, look at my videos and look all around, like all the nature and like the independence and the freedom and yeah, all that stuff. Couldn't sell Minion if you wanted to. No, I could not. Could never sell Minion. Why not get a side by side? Because they're just not as versatile. Yeah, they can't go the same places a four-wheeler can. You know, I mean, I ride my ATVs, you know, and hang off the side for counterweight and all kinds of stuff like that. Like, you can't do that with a side by side. Sometimes I'll stand up to see what's way out in front of me. Stand up in a side by side and hit my head. Like, I don't know. Side by sides are for people that have really wide trails or, you know, older and just not able to, yeah, move all around and be quite as physical when riding. Sit. You're fine there. Yes. Much love to you and your animals. Thanks. Should get a dirt bike. I love motorcycles. I love two-wheeled things. The only reason I didn't get a dirt bike is it's not as practical as a four-wheeler. Like it was literally like the perfect hybrid. I can jump on it and go to town. I can take it into the middle of the woods and I can haul firewood with it. You know, dirt bike could do all those except for the whole firewood thing. That's kind of tough. I'm sure I can carefully drag a log behind it or something, but I can just hitch up a cart to the quad and or even my 10-foot trailer I can put behind that thing and throw it in low gear and haul all kinds of stuff. You know, if you're going to have a reliable vehicle, it should be one that can be used as much as possible. And so for me, like it's just something that I can use in almost any scenario when I need to jump on a vehicle. You know, want to go trail riding, can do that. Thanks for all your videos, Nate. We love watching them. Sending you, Minion, and all the ducks the best vibes. Well, thank you for the super chat. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. Poor Minion. The problem is he doesn't know where he wants to be. He just wants to chill and be calm, but then he like gets up and goes here and goes there, and it's the dachshund in him. He just he'll do that at night sometimes too. He just can't decide where he wants to lay, and I finally just pick a spot, and I'm like, "You will lay here, and you will be happy." And then after about 10 minutes, he's like, "Oh, I am happy here. This is the best spot ever." And then he won't move when I go and shift a little bit. He's like, "No, no, this is where I want to be." And it's dachshunds are funny dogs. Funny, so funny, so stubborn. Yeah, you're funny. Why doesn't Minion have his own YouTube channel? He's the star of the show. He is the star of the show, and he basically just shares mine because it's just too many accounts. He has his own TikTok channel. I have 2 TikTok channels. I help Jen and post content on Jen's TikTok channel too, so I'm involved with 3 of them. Mans, leave it. I actually have a 4th one too. Most of the videos, at least all of the ones I regularly post on, I'll make it over here to the YouTube Shorts. But then I have, you know, a Twitter account and Clapper and Instagram and Facebook, which that blew up. That's like 160,000 follows. I think they call them follows over there. I don't know. Basically, I have a ridiculous amount of social media, and I am not having more than one YouTube account. I'm just not doing it. Too many accounts. Too much stuff. What are we getting into today? I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what I want to get into today. Might work at cleaning out the storage building some more. That I might do. I really got to catch up on my emails. I haven't looked at them in like 5 days. Thank God Jen keeps up on most of it, and she probably deals with 80% of the emails and knows exactly what to do with them and how to respond, and I deal with the other 20% that she's just not sure how I would want to respond or whatnot. I really need to get into that. Can't remember my password for the life of me. Yeah, right? Seriously. I use a password manager. It's the only way I can even remotely keep track. And then there's email addresses associated with all the accounts. Like it's a whole thing. How's your dog doing? He's doing good. A little restless this morning. So he actually had a steak yesterday, which is why he's not getting breakfast right now. I'm going to feed him like a later mid-afternoon breakfast. Just kind of change up his eating routine for a couple days. But there will be a video on it. It's going to be released. I don't know if I'm going to release it today or next weekend. I can't decide, man. Biggest thing is I have to sit down and edit the thing. Gotta edit it. Everything of mine shares one email. You can do that until it's like the multiple TikTok accounts that make an issue because they only let one email for a TikTok account. So steak. Happy Memorial Day. Hope you guys have a great day. Great day to be outside. It is a great day to be outside. Ooh, I love steak. Yes, yes. Minion loves steak too. Type of four-wheeler do I have? I have a Can-Am Outlander Max XT with the 1000cc engine in it. It's like, I don't know, the Lamborghini of four-wheelers or something. It's all fancy and everything. Thought about getting an editor. I have, but I'm terrified of my content changing. Because I edit my videos and then usually voiceover afterwards, I know exactly how long the clips are to make because I know the size, the amount of space I need to say certain things. Man, quit chewing. Oh, we were just looking? Oh, okay. We weren't chewing. Hey! Listen. Yeah, and whatever I'm doing with my content is working right now. So, and then the problem with editors is that I'm uploading footage to them and then they have to send it back to me and then I have to download it and my internet is okay, but like I do live in the middle of nowhere. Like I struggle uploading full-length YouTube videos. Thank God for short form content. 1000cc is a lot for motorcycle. Yeah, 1000cc is nuts. I'll tell you what though, the low end torque on that thing to do stuff, it's phenomenal. And it says I'm not even doing that, right? It's a street bike, right? Yeah, that thing will, I don't know how fast it'll go. I forget. It'll probably go up to 70 mile an hour or something, but not on any roads I have around here. I'd never dream of doing 70 on them. The thing is deceptively smooth. Like it's just so smooth. And like if you're a new rider, like oh my gosh, probably hurt yourself on the thing because you just feel like you're fine, feel like everything's under control, and it's like you got to realize you're still going fast and yeah. But it's fun. It's got enough power to do the work I want to do. It's fast. It's sporty, kind of, for playing with. Like it's just an awesome all around vehicle for my lifestyle. Feed Minion, please. He had a steak last night, so he's not ready for food yet. I'm gonna give him a few more hours. We do 88 and go Back to the Future. State of Miami, West Virginia. Any natural fever remedies? I don't really. Something I want to learn more about is some of the more natural remedies. Jen's pretty good with that stuff. I might just let her know all that, and then she can tell me. I feel like my brain gets too full. I only know so many things. If I learn too much more, I'm afraid I'm going to unlearn or forget the things that I've already learned. That's the electric throttle. It's pretty nice. Yeah, and the power steering that took a little bit to get used to. Um, that took a little bit, but I like it. It's cool because you can do stuff one-handed and it doesn't jerk the handlebars out of your hands quite like it does on another one, which is nice. Yep, my ducks are less messy, they're quieter, they lay bigger eggs, the eggs taste better. They forage their own food, so I don't have to feed them. Except for in winter, I supplement 50% of their feed, and they forage 50% of what's around. I'm not even sure what they totally get sometimes, but they would eat a whole lot more food. Muscovy ducks eat a lot of food, so like if you're just gonna do a conventional type of bird, like you have to pay a lot more for their feed. They grow slower. They don't lay as many eggs as chickens. So like it's not that it's like the perfect bird and the best bird to own, but for my situation, I really feel like they're quite good. And he's like, "Who's this man talking to?" Right? There's a Cook Minion video. There is. I need to do another one. I need to do another Cook Minion video. Yeah, I got a Cook Minion. Minion gonna get cooked. Your quad doesn't need power steering. No, it doesn't. But it has it. And I'm okay with that. We're planning on having fruit trees on your homestead. I have some pear and apple trees. Just planted 2 pawpaw trees. 2 apple trees got planted this spring as well. So I'm slowly adding some things. I want to add a lot more pawpaw trees as time goes on. I'm hoping those 2 make it. I don't really know much about transplanting pawpaw trees. I hope they do all right. Pawpaw fruit is amazing though. I'd love to have acres of pawpaw trees. I'll probably plant some Jerusalem artichoke, also known as sunchoke. The roots are kind of like potatoes. They're edible. It's just kind of like some low key stuff, and I'm just slowly doing stuff. Slowly adding more things. I want to do some more berry bushes. I have some raspberries. I've got daylilies planted, which daylilies are delicious. The flower is amazing. Not regular lilies, those are toxic. Daylilies. The petals are sweet. You can use them in a salad. They're so good. Strongest YouTube community led by Lord Minion. That's right. Anything with the neighbors today for Memorial Day? I don't think so. I don't think any of us are doing anything in particular for Memorial Day. I think we've done so in the past. Last year, I actually had a party out here for all my moderators on Memorial Day. I was going to do something again this year, but I'm not sure. I might have to just push it off into the summer because it's been a hectic spring. Oh, my hero, how are you doing today? Minion is doing good. To live as simple as you one day. Keep up the good content. Thanks. Buddy has chickens and raccoons. Ripped them apart. Yeah, raccoons are brutal. Brutal to birds. Your voice and Minion are a winning combo. Thanks. Yep, I'm officially Minion's narrator. Yep, I just narrate your life, Minion. I do. They're telling Antian to get him a hot dog costume. Is that when I met Jen? I can't remember if that was the first or the second time because I had like an unofficial like meetup too. No, I actually met her at the first one, where some of the moderators came out and just hung out. It was just one person flying in from Minnesota, and then other people found out she was coming, and next thing you know, there were like people here, and I was like, oh, that's cool. But yeah, I met her for the first time just over a year ago. Stopped in Indiana and picked up Travis, which is another one of my moderators, and stopped in Parkersburg, West Virginia, and hung out with another one of my moderators. She made like a whole trip and picked up folks, and it was cool. Struggle with pest problems. I really don't struggle with pest problems. The snakes have probably, like the black snake stealing eggs, have probably been the worst pests. Like bugs really aren't an issue. Carpenter bees can kind of be a pain. I don't really struggle with them though. I just get a couple because I spray all my buildings and everything with permethrin before they're running around looking to build nests and stuff. And so when they run around and start looking for places, they're like, oh, we don't like this area. We'll go back in the woods where we belong and hang out. Do you vape? Yes, I do vape. Do I wish I didn't vape? Yes, I wish I didn't vape. I smoked for about 6 months, and I said I'm not going to be a smoker. Absolutely not. And so I quit. And I went to a vape, and I don't like vaping, and I'm going to get very annoyed with that. I'm going to quit that too. I just have to get to a point where I'm super annoyed with it. But I hate being dependent on stuff. Being dependent on stuff is stupid. Being dependent on food and water, that can't be helped. Being dependent on nicotine, that's dumb. In my opinion, that's dumb. It's dumb for me. If other people want to like vape and smoke, go for it. But I personally do not like me vaping or smoking. but I absolutely don't want to end up trying to quit vaping and going back to smoking. So I have to just get to myself to a point mentally where I'm just like, I am done with this, finished. Once I reach that point, then I'll know, all right, I'll have the willpower to actually quit this. Good morning, glad I caught the stream today. I grow tobacco though. I've smoked a tobacco pipe for years, like over 10 years. Occasionally, like once a month. And I pretty much, when I started cigarettes and quit cigarettes, I'm like, I better just quit the pipes too. Because, like, yeah, I better just not. Because pipes were totally different. They were not anything that was addictive or habit forming. Like, I could quit for 6 months and did several times for 6 months. Not for any reason other than it was cold out and I didn't want to go outside and smoke on the pipes. I'm like, well, I'm just not doing that then. Cigarettes were different. They were totally a addictive habit. And vaping, same thing. So I'd like to get rid of that and eventually be able to pick up my tobacco pipes again and just do it as a non-habit thing, just a chilled, laid back thing. You ever hunt the predators like coyotes and raccoons? Yeah, if they're if they're here, yeah, they don't make it. And I do hunt for deer. Bears, no, I don't. They're around, but in 3 years they haven't bothered me, and I don't bother them. Right, mans. Quit December 4th and started 2 weeks ago after someone hit my car. Oh man. Yeah, never start that. I'm pretty sure like any stressors I have in my life from now on, I'm just going to be tempted to smoke, and it's so stupid. It'll be like a lifelong thing that I have to like deal with. Like if I get a stressor or something, I'll be like, oh, I want a cigarette. Hey, Dad, never. I went many years without having to be like, oh, I'm stressed. I need to do this. Like, no. I'm probably always going to be sort of stuck with that mentality, and that's awful. Quit around 15 years ago. Pot helped me quit. Well, cool. Do a hunting video or like you chasing predators. The problem is, like, when I usually do that, like, I'm not carrying a phone, thinking about filming anything. Pretty much the best I typically can do is be walking around and just kind of recreate the scene and tell a story. But there's really not much that bothers me here, generally speaking. Like, I go months without any issues. Quit smoking over a year and a half ago. It was the best decision I ever made. Awesome. Congrats. No film and shoot normally, right? Like if I would get a dedicated GoPro, as that down, sit. You're fine there. I know what you want to do and you don't need to do it. Good boy. Yeah, if I would mount a GoPro on a device and like remember to turn it on, but like I'd even have to remember to turn it on as I'm like running out to deal with something, and I just when that's happening, I got a one-track mind. I'm like, what is happening? I need to be out there immediately, and filming is just the last thought. Minion is cute. Minion is super cute, super photogenic, always adorable. Even when he's naughty, he's adorable. Naughty? Are you naughty? Naughty? No, he's not naughty. He's good. He's good. He's so good. You like your steak cooked? I usually like it rare. Adrenaline pumping, thinks about a camera. Yeah, it just, if I was just going to go out and like hunt for deer or something, that'd be one thing. But like if I'm like, what made that sound? Is something tearing apart my ducks? Like, yeah, camera is just the last thought in my mind. I think about the camera the next day and I'm like, all right, this happened. Let me tell the story. And just chill. Just chill. You restless? Oh, you restless. Steak and potatoes guy. Do you like venison? Potatoes I'm actually not real wild about. But you put enough cheese on them, I'm like, hey, they're pretty good. Steak, most definitely. Venison, delicious. And you say, good boy. Good boy. That's good, Minion. Yeah, it is good, Minion. It's good, Minion. Yeah, and he's so happy to be praised. He loves praise. He loves to be told he's good. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Minion has Ritz, right? Potatoes are legendary. How dare you? Yeah, yeah. I get a lot. I get a lot of hate for not loving potatoes. Low key hate. But yeah, yeah. I don't know. I've eaten way too many potatoes in my life that were just dry and baked potato with the tiniest amount of butter on it that was overcooked, and I eat that, and I'm just like, this is not awesome. You give me a loaded baked potato with chili and cream cheese and regular cheese and I don't know, garlic and butter and just unlimited amounts of that slathered. Yeah, I eat that up like crazy. But then again, you could leave the potato off, and I would just eat the rest of the ingredients and be like, oh, that's really good. Oh, there's people that aren't real big fans of potatoes in here too. Awesome. Yeah, potatoes is just like a flavorless root that comes out of the ground. And it's just like you have to like add so much stuff to it to make it good. Like, is the potato good or is the stuff you added good? Do a video with a GoPro and the word Minion. I'll have to do that sometime. I have a GoPro. I need to learn how to use it more, and I need to get some mounts for it so I can actually mount it to stuff. Like the ATV. Potatoes are so bland. Yes, they are. Yes, I can say that. You have to watch Minion's face when I say it, though. Go places, do things. Oh. Oh, it made Minion excited. It's not just something I say on the internet. It's what I say to Minion, which is how it got to be a thing on the internet, because I said it, and people were like, oh, that's it. Yeah. YouTube chat made me say it. We're not actually doing that right now. We will. We can today. We can go do that today, though. Yep. We'll cruise around a little bit. Got an astronomical amount of stuff on our to-do list today. I'm not sure which things I'm going to pick. It's actually a weekly to-do list, and I just better knock a few things out. Yeah, I've got like 10 days to accomplish a bunch of certain things. I absolutely must do that. Hello from Australia, mate. Love your shorts, my dude. Awesome. Hello from Mexico. Oh, we got the other countries hanging out in here. Much love from Compton, California. Thank you for the super chat. You have a local community of other homesteaders. Pretty much. The way the lifestyle is in this part of rural West Virginia, almost everybody out here is a homesteader to an extent or another. Almost everybody's got chickens, or something. I've got some neighbors that have beef cattle. Not a lot, like 40 or something. Just a older fella and his son. They're both retired. And they just kind of do beef for a little bit of side income and fun, and chickens everywhere. People lose chickens like crazy around here. And chickens really aren't like a long-term bird, like at least for like I guess meat birds too. Obviously you can continue them and keep them going, but most people have chickens for a year or two. They all get picked off or end up passing for some reason or another. Then they buy new chicks at the farm store, and then they do it all over again. And I've got these ducks because I want them to continue themselves and generally be somewhat wild and live off the land and be something. They're better with predators than chickens are for sure. Not nearly as susceptible. The ducklings, of course, are an exception. Baby birds are just tough, but... You stream on Twitch? I do sometimes. I do. I mean, you should get a perm. Perm. Cow would feed Minion steak for more than a decade, right? What's up, mans? There's tons of deer around here. I can get all the meat I need from deer, honestly. Between deer and like raising male ducks, if I get my flock to grow large enough that I get enough to process regularly. Totally ideal. Between that and venison, I'll be happy. If I have extra money, maybe I'll go buy some beef and steaks and stuff, but I'd like that to be an optional thing. Deer backstrap or a steak, you know, they're both really good, both delicious. Start date on the house project. It's possible I'll start it in the spring next year. Possible. By started, I mean I'll probably have somebody come dig a foundation hole for me. I think I decided I really want a basement. If I didn't, I'd put the house up a lot faster. It'd be cheaper, but I really just want a basement / root cellar / rainwater storage area in the back, like. Your steak is better than cow, hands down. You're the original non-GMO organic meat, right? Oh, we got ducklings invading. Oh, they're invading. They're invading. You guys seriously have to learn to not be in here. As soon as you're too big to walk through the wall on the outdoor kitchen, I'm teaching you guys to be out of here. Yep. Till then, I guess you guys can just do what you want. Morning. Love some deer meat. Ducklings are getting big. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Oh, I snatched you. Oh, I faked you out that I had food and I didn't. I'm so sorry. Hey, don't peck me. Where's your mouth full of dirt? Yeah, you're so cute. You're so cool. I fooled you. You thought I was feeding you. You've been eating dirt. Dirt's not good for you. Hope we got some bugs with that. All right. Chill. Go back and hang out. Hang out with everybody. Fight him, duck. How long does it take them to be fully grown? It's a long time for ducks. I mean, I want to say like at least 6 months. It's one of the quote downsides of ducks is them growing up. You know, I think it's 12 weeks, 12 or 16 weeks butchering size for male Muscovies. Something like that. It can take the females. Oftentimes, I find the females don't start laying eggs until like about a year later, just depending. But then they're good for many years. They don't get burned out, and you get new ones like with chickens. It's just a long-term play. Get the hairstyles, bro. Find the missing duckling. We're back at 12. No, we're down to 10. 10 is the number we have. Ended up losing 5 to some random predator. 2 my neighbor stepped on, and the other 2 died a couple days after whatever predator got a hold of them. Probably due to stress or something related to all that. But made you get Muscovy more meat. They're quiet. They forage their own food. Yeah, I came out here to listen to the sounds of nature, and I still have the sounds of nature with these guys. If you got chickens or geese or some other breed of duck, noisy and crazy, and it's just a lot. What is going on back here? What is going on back here? Are you laying an egg? Really? You're thinking about laying an egg. There's totally a little hole in the dirt under the refrigerator that Minion started digging, and sometimes I find ducks go under there and lay eggs. Thinking about laying eggs again? Yeah, it might be about that time. Yep. I need to get some more eggs. All of my ducks have stopped laying eggs now. 2 more have gone broody, which would be why. 1 more for sure has gone broody. The other one has taken to the woods, and I think she's got a secret nest out there. And I cannot find where she is. I see her about an hour every day, and then poof, she disappears again. She comes around, looks for food. I really like to find where she's at so I can decide, do I need to relocate her? Is it a risk for predators? She's been doing it for like a week now. Saving you time by laying the egg in the kitchen so you don't have to carry them so far, right? Could be. Miss Spunky, yeah, me too. Me too. Didn't know you did lives, very exciting. I do. I was doing a week every day here, probably for like 3 weeks straight, but I've kind of like shifted to like not every day. So it's just kind of random. Why am I pointing at the dirt? Let's look at the ducks. Quit moving around, ducks. People want to see the ducks. You guys are all dorks. That's right. Get out of the kitchen. I don't want ducks in the kitchen. There they go. There they go. Oldest Minion, he's 9. It's ATV holding up. So far, so good. Show us Minion. Minion ran outside. He's not here. You'll see if I can find a Minion. Minion. Come on, Mins. There's Minion. Come here to Mins. Were you off exploring? Come here. What a good boy. Come here. Come here. Oh, did you run right through the ducks? Did you make them upset? Yeah. Yep, Minion Minion goes places and does things. He does. He does quite regularly. Here's my coffee. Here's my coffee. Oh, I'm almost done with the coffee. What time is it? Almost 12, probably. I just know because I usually start these lives around 11. Oh, it is almost 12. Get off my counter, duck. Hey. Hey. Man. These mama ducks have just started to think they have free range of the kitchen, because if their babies come in here, I can't kick them out of here. It's like, you got to stay with your babies. And they know not to be in here, but because I got babies and the babies come in here, the rules have kind of changed. But you guys ain't getting fed in here. You guys don't get fed in here. We don't even put water in the kitchen anymore, so there's no reason for you guys to be attracted to come here. That's the whole plan. Favorite food, steak, pizza. Eventually I'm going to make steak pizza. What's your relation with those neighbors now? What neighbors? Neighbors that stepped on my ducklings, possibly? Just as good as it was before. It was a mistake. We're good. They were extremely upset about doing that. They're actually the ones that gave me the pawpaw trees, which I planted, which I haven't done a video on yet. And I'm not sure that they're even going to make it, but I had to try and plant them. Hello from New Hampshire. Hope your holiday weekend's been enjoyable. Yep, accidents happen. They do. And I would wager that he probably won't ever step on a baby bird ever again. You know, it's just one of those things that he probably like, yeah, he's probably just never going to do that again. Your videos, and I love you. Well, thanks. What coffee do you have that jolts you awake the best? Mad Scientist dark roast might be the strongest. Minion's new Bad to the Bone roast is pretty strong, and the Cougar blend, which is themed after Jen, my girlfriend, who's a cougar. Probably won't go near the ducklings. That could be. Most expensive coffee I have is the Yacht blend. And it's pretty much named for expensiveness. Like, if you have a yacht, you should be drinking this coffee. It's really, really good, though. Very flavorful. Hey, from Wyoming. Show Minion. Minion's been on the stream more than I have today. He's been here. You guys just weren't here. Bury animals that die or dispose them in another way. It depends. A lot of times I'll drive them really, really far and just put them in the woods and let nature run its course. One of the ducks that got stepped on, yeah. Minion basically has a certain look when he asks me for food, and basically after it got stepped on, and I pretty much disposed of it in the same way, just more aggressively because it was suffering. And Minion sat there and looked at me, and I'm like, all right. And I just left, and then there was no more duckling. Super proud of Minion for not going after any that are alive, but he is a dog. He has a prey drive, especially when it comes to small animals. And yeah, that was his dinner. So yeah, you know, at least nothing was wasted. Minion is savage. Yeah, Minion tears up rodents and small animals. It's a whole training thing that takes place. He knows to leave ducklings alone. You know, the cats, I pretty much train every time I have a new duckling, I train it to him. Minion, I can pretty much he just knows that ducklings are just off limits. But if they've passed, he totally views them completely differently. Not what I was expecting. Right, yeah. I thought about doing a video on it, and I'm like, people are gonna be all upset about that. But look, like, it's, you know, sometimes my videos portray this a little more like a Disney movie than it actually is. Like, this is a homestead, and we very much live in reality. Your growth is super impressive. Well, thanks. Nate, hope you're having a good Memorial Day. I am. Hope you guys are too. Where did you get the rings on your hat? These are just, I think they're 10 millimeter, 14 gauge snap rings, click rings. What do they call them? Clickers or something? It's body jewelry. But I only have one piercing in the actual body, and then I found that the piercings on hats hurt a whole lot less than the piercings in your face, so that's where all my piercings will be from now on. It's be kind of sad now. Yeah, totally. Pay Minion tax. Minion got really good tax yesterday. You guys will get a video on that. Morning from Washington State. Good morning, Washington. There are geckos on the homestead. There's skinks and other types of lizards. No geckos, though. Going to a barbecue today. Not planning on it. Not planning on it. It's kind of sad. People need to get out of their bubble and learn how nature and the world works. Yeah, life has a really sweet beginning, and all life has an end, too. What's up, guys? You guys hanging out? Vince, you hanging out with Dagger? Dagger's gonna take your face off, Minion. No, he's not. Ryan sent a super chat. Thank you. You ever try to cut down coffee to get rid of migraine? Never really. I really typically only have 1 cup of coffee a day, and I'm really not at the point where I'm like dependent on caffeine, which is super cool. So I have had times where I've not drank coffee, but like I've been getting these migraines since I was 16 years old, and I didn't even start drinking coffee until I was in my 20s. And the migraines have just slowly gotten better the older I get. Did you build a well pump in the future? It's possible I would try a well. If I do, I've probably ended up with more funding than I ever anticipated. Because I mean, the rainwater collection works really well, and wells have their own issues. Wells in this area often don't do well. My neighbor has a well. Well, you guys know I did some videos on it. Well, the well really isn't worth anything. He switched to rainwater collection. Do a collab with Crazy Rocket Man. I don't even know who that is. Is the plumbing coming along in the outhouse? It's finished. It's done. It's ready to go. Been using it. Works great. There's tiger balm on my temples for migraines. That's cool. Yeah, I know you basically need to, if you can, open the blood vessels somehow. And caffeine actually helps with that. Minion has some serious skills. Yeah, he does. Can you give us a tour of the property? I'll have to do another property tour video. It's been a bit. Mans, where are you off to? Mans, don't worry about the traffic that's way out on the road. It's a half-mile away. You don't have to worry about it. It'll be okay. Camphor and coffee, my go-to. Awesome. I just take an over-the-counter, like, I think it's like Excedrin migraine or something. It has caffeine in it as well as a pain reliever. It works really, really well for me. It didn't used to, but I tried it again one time, and I was like, wow, that, if I take it right away, it makes my migraine not be nearly as bad. That was super cool. Mit'll always help my migraines. That's awesome. That's awesome. Don't use many medicines and just let time do its thing. Yeah, and I was pretty much the same way with it. I just powered through them. Hereby swear my allegiance to Lord Minion. That's awesome. Minion will accept it. Minion is a legend. Minion is a legend. His merch shirts say the dog, the myth, the legend. Did Minion ever run away? He has. He's gone a half mile to the neighbors before. Well, half mile for him, because he can run straight through the woods. It was early on when we moved here, and he hasn't run off since. I mean, I stay on top of him. I was extremely upset when I found out he would go over there, and I was just like, told my neighbors, you've got to chase him off. You can't be running through the woods, risking getting eaten by stuff. That's just not cool. How fast can Minion run? About 20 miles an hour. You tick comb bathe your cat? Sometimes. Your surname is Petrowski. It is a Polish name. I'm trying to remember. This is my great-grandmother that was completely Polish. And great-grandfather, maybe. Not real good with my family tree. Currently out of a job due to the banks crashing. Any advice for doing this in West Virginia? I'm in the southern part and it's super hilly. Yeah, the southern part, I looked at some properties in the southern part of West Virginia. It wasn't the hilliness that bothered me so bad, it was the rockiness and like trying to anticipate growing stuff and digging or moving dirt of any sort. My type of homesteading is different than a lot of people's, especially like the Midwest homesteaders. They look a lot more like conventional farms. Everything's flat. I'm more into like foraging because it can just be doing traditional crops and stuff here is just a struggle. So I just alter my method of homesteading for the area I chose to live in. dealing with Minion's overwhelming popularity. I've seen multiple people do duets with him and videos of him. I mostly don't even know when that happens. Like I'm so busy I don't pay attention to all the interactions as much as I should. Um, but yeah, Minion's popularity is easier to deal with than mine. It's easier just like, yeah, he's a really awesome dog. Of course he's popular. I just pretend I'm popular because of Minion, or convince myself that that's why, and that works. That works for me. Minion can be popular. Minion can have all the fame. That's good. Got you into this lifestyle. How did you start out? I just wanted this lifestyle, and I moved a camper to this field, which was completely empty 3 years ago. And from day one when I got here, okay, not day one, day two, I went to bed, and then woke up, and then started building. And that's been the story for 3 years now. Answers my question of, do you have a garden? I do have a garden this year, and the only reason I do, and I wasn't planning on it, I have a spot for a garden. And eventually, I mean, there are going to be certain things I cultivate and grow. Wasn't going to do one this year. My neighbor's like, oh, you got that sweet garden area and you're not growing anything? I'm like, no. They're like, can we garden over there? I'm like, go for it. You're more than welcome to. So my neighbors have totally tilled it up and planted a bunch of stuff, and there'll be a video on it eventually, but personally, I'd much rather forage. I ate a bunch of, last night I had a steak and I ate a whole bunch of greenbrier shoots. Delicious. I love greenbrier shoots. Like, you want to give me a green leafy vegetable, that's my number one favorite. Most people don't even know that it's edible, but totally is. If you'd write a book, what would you title it? I probably will write some books. I'm going to start out with a Minion book sometime. It'll be about Minion. It'll be a children's book. I'll probably do like two. I want to do like literally like a kindergartner, like preschool. I don't even know the age group, but just something basic with like a lot of pictures. This Minion's super photogenic. I just take a bunch of pictures of him. Just be this basic story of this dog that lives in the middle of nowhere, does all these cool things. Make a great book to read to your 6-year-old or something. I don't know. That's kind of my first. Hosta shoots taste like asparagus. Yes, and I have hostas, and they're delicious. And the older leaves, you can totally pan fry them in oil and make them like crispy and stuff, almost like kale chips. They're really good too. So, and I want to, I talked about earlier growing Jerusalem artichokes and pawpaws, and I have some pear trees, got some apple trees. I'm just going to slowly do more like, almost more like permaculture rather than like something that you have to plant and work at every year. Like, I just want something I can just go harvest every year instead. Good recipe book on how to cook Minion, right? Buy a kid's book you make, even though I'm not a kid. That'd be cool. Yeah, I totally wanna do something like that. You're Batman, Minion is your Robin. Don't get so down on yourself. You made all this. Oh my, I did. I know I did. I just don't like people with big egos, so I've refused to be somebody with a big ego. An easy way to do that is just say, oh, Minion's why everything's popular and exploding and awesome. Would you consider a hydroponic system? Too much work, too much maintenance. Like, setting it up is one thing, but then like pumps fail, and like I've known several homesteaders that have tried it, and none of them have kept it for more than a couple years. That tells me what I need to know. Excellent on the pears and apples, so happy you're doing those. They last forever. Yes, yes. You're just so good at handling fame. I try. I never planned to be famous, never thought I'd be famous, never thought any of this would transpire, and so I'm the type of person that just dislikes famous people and celebrities, and just like, oh, they're so full of themselves, they're so not in reality, they don't get their hands dirty and stuff. And I always want to be the type of person that's like, I don't care if I make like millions of dollars doing this, I still better build something out of pallets sometime, because whatever, like, it's what I enjoy doing, and remember what I enjoy doing, and remember how I got here, and that's what I'm going to stick with. Money doesn't make you happy, fame doesn't make you happy. working with your hands and getting a sense of accomplishment with what you have actually done, those things bring all sorts of satisfaction. Gotta get on to the bathroom, Bill. Have a good day, everyone. You too. Hydroponics is growing plants by water, not soil. That's right. That's exactly right. Aquaponics is super cool because it uses like fish and stuff instead of like bottled things that you buy and pour into the water. But hydroponics is far more successful. I'm extremely extremely familiar with those systems. Aquaponics is cool. I would totally do that as a hobby. That's totally cool. But you know, I didn't buy 102 acres of land to grow a bunch of plants in water. That's silly. Like, I got 102 acres of land. If I want to grow plants, use the dirt. I've got enough of it. That's just where I'm at with that. I lived in a city somewhere and didn't have room for a garden. Oh yeah, I'd totally set up some sort of really cool indoor hydroponics thing and set up grow lights. And it's possible I'd still do something like a hydroponics tomato plant year round, running for multiple years in a row, trim it like a vine, like it's designed to be. That'd be super cool. I had a friend that did that and had tomatoes year round just off of this vine that just curled up. You know, he had grow lights and he had city power. You know, he didn't have to worry about, oh, it's not sunny today. How much electric do I have? Like, there's a lot of factors to consider when you're actually off grid. I'm in a city and I don't like it, but I'm stuck here for a long time. Yeah, there's a lot of people that feel that way. 102 acres, wow, I'd be so overwhelmed with the opportunities, right? Yeah, it's partly why I forage. Like, if I walk around or drive around on the ATV 102 acres, like, there's food growing everywhere. So many wild plants are edible. Like, beard is so freaking cool. Thanks. Gotta go, Nate. Have a good Memorial Day. Sorry I couldn't stay. Well, thanks for jumping in when you could. Oh, Wicked Gaming sent a $5 hype super chat. Thank you very much. Growing up on the farm is the happiest years of my life. Growing and raising our own food is rewarding and tastes better than store-bought. Totally. Most definitely. Yep, my type of homesteading is like a cross between like foraging and permaculture and hunting versus like super conventional stuff. You know, I love ducks that are taking care of themselves, and it's sort of like almost like a wild bird that's here that I've domesticated rather than like chickens, which seem fully domesticated. These birds can take care of themselves, and I help them along, particularly when their flock's small like this. But there's 2 kids on 4 acres. Cool. Yeah, Minion went to play. He did. Cannot find 1 to 2 acres of land without it being a gated community HOA. Yeah, in West Virginia, particularly the eastern part, which is where I started looking, there were a lot of HOAs. You know, 20 acres of land in an HOA. Restrictions. It's like, really? So I just went to the western part of the state. Land was cheaper here anyway. Less restrictions. The advantage of being in the eastern part is you're closer to DC and stuff, and that's not always an advantage. It was closer to where I moved from, which kind of like helped me with the whole job security thing. I'm like, if I'm running out of money, I can always drive 3 hours back to where I have this huge customer base and be a contractor. And going this far, it was kind of like, it was more of a risk, but in hindsight, I'm definitely glad I did this. Bought one of your contractor hats last week. Love it. Thanks. That's awesome. Yeah, these things are super cool. I love them. That blows my mind that like all hats should have been like this from the start. Like big pocket on the inside, lights on the front, rechargeable battery in the side, slots on both sides for carpenter pencils or your sunglasses or anything else. The hat itself is good quality. Narrowway Homestead logo on the front. They're too cool. And you can put a sunshade on the back to shade the back of your neck. Again, I don't know if I personally will ever use that, but I don't know. If I get a sunburn on my neck, I'll wear it for the next couple days. No doubt about that. No doubt at all about that. Minion. Yeah. Don't spam nonsense, guys. You'll get thrown off the channel. Gotta go, got some stuff to do around the house. I gotta go do some stuff too, unfortunately. Unfortunately. I usually do have a couple mods here. I usually do. Get the well pump out. No, I haven't actually been over there since we tried. So as far as I know, I think he's just gonna cap the well and just forget about it. Good day, Nate and Minion. Thanks. Yep, I'm gonna jump out of here. Go get some stuff done. It's really a gorgeous day to work on things. How many eggs do you get per week from the ducks? It depends. I have, it can easily go a month where I get 0 eggs, and then the next month I'm getting an egg per duck per day. It just depends. Muscovies on average lay 100 to 150 eggs a year, something like that. And I just water glass eggs when I have an abundance that carries me through the times when they quit. So, got stuff. We all got stuff to do, but I love the coffee chat and the beards, right? Yep. It's fun. I love hanging out with you guys on here. But I do gotta go. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. And maybe I'll catch you tomorrow. Maybe it'll be a couple days. I got no idea, but I'll keep these lives going occasionally. But I will catch you guys later.